Welcome to the channel, you lot. Today we're talking about a car manufacturer that's a bit like that silent kid in school who aced all the exams. That's right, we're delving into the fascinating world of Audi, a company that's full of surprises. Now, you might think you know Audi, but trust me, beneath that polished German exterior lies a treasure trove of intriguing facts and hidden gems. We're going to unearth 10 of these nuggets of knowledge that would even make your local pub quiz champion scratch their head in bewilderment. So buckle up, grab a beverage, something German perhaps, and get ready to have your mind blown wider than an Audi R8's exhaust pipe on a racetrack. Right then, let's start with the basics, shall we? That iconic four-ring emblem plastered on the front of every Audi isn't just some fancy design dreamed up by a marketing whiz. No, sir. Each of those rings represents one of the four founding companies of Auto Union, the granddaddy of Audi, if you will. We're talking Audi, obviously, DKW, Hawk and Wanderer. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wanderer? Sounds more like the name of a lost dog than a car company. But back in the day, these four companies were like the Beatles of the automotive world, each with their own specialty. They joined forces in 1932, probably over a few steins of beer and some sauerkraut. And thus the Audi we know, and let's be honest, quite like, was born. It's a bit like when you combine a perfectly engineered suspension system with a powerful engine and a dash of luxury. And that, my friends, is what those four rings represent. Now, let's talk about something that gets my petrol-powered heart pumping. Quattro. I'm talking about Audi's revolutionary all-wheel drive system. You see, back in the early 80s, most cars were about as grippy in the snow as a penguin on a water slide. Then Audi came along with Quattro, and suddenly, driving in slippery conditions became less like a game of Russian roulette and more like, well, driving a proper car. It was a game changer, like swapping your rusty old bicycle for a brand new Ferrari. Audi was the first to mass produce a car with permanent all-wheel drive, and boy, did they do it right. The Quattro system became synonymous with rally racing, with Audi racking up victories like a squirrel hoarding nuts. It was a thing of beauty, and it cemented Audi's reputation for building cars that could handle anything you threw at them, be it a twisty mountain pass or a particularly nasty blizzard. Now, if there's one thing Audi knows how to do besides building bloody good cars, it's winning. And nowhere is this more evident than at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the most grueling and prestigious endurance race on the planet. Imagine driving flat out for an entire day and night, pushing your car to the absolute limit, with only a few pit stops for fuel and a quick nap. But not Audi. They embraced the challenge with the gusto of a Labrador retriever let loose in a sausage factory, and embrace it they did, racking up a staggering 13 victories at Le Mans. That's more than Ferrari, more than Porsche, more than anyone else. They were the undisputed kings of endurance racing, their cars roaring around the Circuit de la Sarthe like angry hornets. It was a display of dominance that would make even Caesar himself blush. They were constantly innovating, pushing the boundaries of what was possible with diesel engines and hybrid technology. Remember the days when car headlights were about as bright as a flickering candle in a hurricane? You'd be driving down the road at night, squinting through the darkness, praying you wouldn't hit a badger or, God forbid, a stray sheep. Well, those days are long gone, thanks in no small part to Audi and their pioneering work with LED headlights. They were the first car manufacturer to introduce full LED headlights in their vehicles, and it was a revelation. Suddenly, driving at night became a less terrifying experience. You could actually see where you were going, and you didn't have to rely on the moon and the odd reflective sign to guide your way. And it wasn't just about improved visibility. LED headlights also looked incredibly cool, giving Audi cars a distinctive and futuristic look. It was a prime example of Audi's commitment to innovation, their relentless pursuit of making driving a better, safer, and dare I say, more stylish experience. Now let's talk about something that might sound a bit dry, but trust me, it's actually quite fascinating. I'm talking about the Audi space frame. A revolutionary way of building cars that's as ingenious as it is lightweight. You see, most cars are made from steel, which is about as heavy as a hippopotamus after a three-course meal. But Audi, being the clever clogs they are, decided to try something different. They turned to aluminum, a material that's lighter than a feather, yet stronger than a bodybuilder on steroids. They used this magical metal to create the Audi space frame, a lightweight yet incredibly rigid structure that forms the backbone of their cars. The result? Cars that are lighter, more fuel efficient and handle like they're on rails. The Audi A8 was the first car to benefit from this space-age technology, and it was a revelation. It was like driving a cloud that could outrun most sports cars while sipping fuel like a teetotaler at a cocktail party. Now, let's talk about the future, a future where cars drive themselves and we can all sit back, relax and enjoy the scenery. Audi has been at the forefront of autonomous driving technology, pouring more money into research and development than Richard Branson spends on hot air balloons. They've created concept cars that can drive themselves on highways, navigate city streets and even park themselves, all without any human intervention. They even showcased their self-driving prowess with the Audi A7 piloted driving concept car, a vehicle so intelligent it could probably write its own script for this video. It drove itself from San Francisco to Las Vegas, a distance of over 550 miles, without a single human hand touching the steering wheel. Right then, it's time to address the elephant in the room, or should I say the diesel particulate filter in the exhaust pipe. Yes, I'm talking about the Dieselgate scandal, a rather unfortunate chapter in Audi's otherwise illustrious history. You see, back in 2015, it was discovered that Volkswagen Group, Audi's parent company, had been up to some rather naughty things with their diesel engines. They'd been fitting them with software that cheated emissions tests, making the cars appear cleaner than they actually were. The scandal sent shockwaves through the automotive industry, and Audi, being part of the Volkswagen Group, was caught right in the middle of it. They were fined billions of dollars. Their reputation was tarnished, and they had to recall millions of cars worldwide. However, to their credit, Audi has taken steps to rectify the situation. They've paid their fines, issued apologies, and are investing heavily in electric vehicles. Which brings us nicely to our next chapter. Now, let's talk about something a bit more positive, shall we? While the Dieselgate scandal was a setback, it also served as a wake-up call for Audi. They realized that the future is electric, and they're not about to be left behind like a snail trying to keep up with a cheetah. They're investing billions of euros in electric vehicle technology, with plans to have a whopping 30 electrified models by 2025. They've already released a range of impressive electric vehicles like the Audi e-tron, a sleek and stylish SUV that's quieter than a church mouse and accelerates faster than a scolded cat. And they're not stopping there. They're developing new battery technologies, expanding their charging infrastructure, and generally doing everything they can to become a major player in the electric vehicle market. Now, we've already talked about Audi's dominance at Le Mans, but their motorsport heritage goes far beyond that single race. It's a tale of daring drivers, groundbreaking cars, and victories snatched from the jaws of defeat. From the dirt tracks of rally racing to the smooth asphalt of touring car championships, Audi has left its mark on every form of motorsport imaginable. They've conquered the treacherous terrain of the World Rally Championship with their iconic Quattro rally cars, driven by legends like Walter Röhrl and Hannu Mikkola. They've dominated the British Touring Car Championship with their fearsome Audi A4, leaving a trail of shattered lap records in their wake. And let's not forget their success in endurance racing, not just at Le Mans, but also at other grueling events like the 24 Hours of Spa and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Now, we've covered a lot of ground in this video, from Audi's humble beginnings to their electric future. But one thing that's been constant throughout their history is their unwavering commitment to innovation. They were the first to mass-produce a car with a turbocharged direct injection engine, a technology that's now commonplace in everything from family hatchbacks to supercars. They pioneered the use of aluminum in car construction with their revolutionary space frame, making cars lighter and more fuel efficient. And let's not forget their groundbreaking work with LED headlights, which have made driving at night a far less terrifying experience. It's this spirit of innovation that's kept Audi at the forefront of the automotive industry for over a century. So, there you have it. 10 facts about Audi that you probably didn't know. From their humble beginnings as a collection of smaller companies to their current status as a technological powerhouse, Audi has certainly had an interesting journey. They've built some of the most iconic and innovative cars the world has ever seen, and they show no signs of slowing down. So, the next time you see an Audi on the road, take a moment to appreciate the history, the innovation, and the sheer engineering brilliance that goes into every one of their cars. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content about your favorite car brands. What interesting facts do you know about Audi? Let us know in the comments below.